the mood of our Parampuja Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj. Some pastimes of the Lord when he appeared on this planet. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he went to live in Jagannath Puri. There he converted the greatest scholar of the day, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. After meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great scholar Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya questioned his brother-in-law Gopinathacharya about the avatar of the present age, Kali Yuga. Govinda had been living in Navadvip, and he was a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In his own way, Sarvabhauma began to praise Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a beautiful man and a great scholar. I have great attraction for him, he said, but I don't think it wise that at such a young age he has taken sannyas, the renounced order of life. He has such a long life ahead of him. How will he be able to keep up the dignity of the life of a sannyasi, a life of renunciation? I can't sit by and do nothing. So he said, I can sit by and do nothing. I like this boy very much. I shall have to help him as a guardian, so that he may not lose his prestige by giving up sannyas, attracted by the fascination of worldly pleasures. So Gopinath could not tolerate all this guardian-like advice. He told Sarvabhauma, this young man who is very beautiful, charming, and scholarly has attracted your attention. You want to become his guardian, to keep up the purity of his life? Do you think you will have to help him? What do you mean by saying all these things? Don't you know that he's really the incarnation of Godhead for this age? He is the avatar for Kali Yuga. He inaugurated the Yuga Dharma of Nam Sankirtan in Navadvip. And his appearance is mentioned in the scriptures. Sarvabhauma replied, no, you are not talking to an ordinary person. Don't think that you can say whatever you like and I will accept it. I am a heart not to crack. What are you saying? There is no Kali Yuga avatar. One of the names of Vishnu is mentioned in the Vishnu Sahasranam. In the Mahabharata is Tri-yuga. The Lord who appears only in 3 ages. It means that the Lord has no incarnation in Kali Yuga except Kalki, who is a pastime incarnation and not the Yuga avatar. the inclination for the age. So Gopinath replied, you think yourself so learned, but although you have studied all the scriptures, are so proud of your learning. The Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavatam are the main scriptures of the followers of eternal religious principles. And still you have no particular knowledge about that. At that time, Gopinathacharya quoted passages from the Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahaprabhu Krishnavaram Dvisha Krishnam Suvanavanahi Mangu. In this way he pressed his point. Here we find the direct avatar for the age of Kali. He has appeared to spread Nam Sankirtan. He is not a man, but the Supreme Lord, Krishna himself. Sarvabhauma said, no, go away. Mind your own business. Don't think that you can instruct me. And in this way they argued. Later Sarvabhauma Bhajya told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I would like to teach you Vedanta philosophy so that you can keep up the standard of your renunciation. I will teach you that this world is nothing, so that you never feel any charm to again enter into mundane life. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, you are my guardian. Whatever you say, I must do. I will come and learn Vedanta philosophy from you at whatever time is suitable for you. Then Gopinathacharya told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma is saying this because he does not know your real identity. Sriman Mahaprabhu replied, why are you speaking against him? He is my guardian. He was my father's classmate. So he has a great affection for me. It is out of affection that he poses himself as my guardian and looks after my welfare. So I don't find any fault in that. Then in a few days, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to hear Vedanta from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And as Sarvabhauma would speak, he would remain silent like a good boy, as if he were hearing with submission, a submissive attitude. But after he had been teaching Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 7 days, Sarvabhauma had some doubt in his mind. He thought, what is the matter? I'm such a great scholar in Vedanta and logic. I'm trying my best with all my intelligence to put before him the inner meaning of Vedanta. But I draw no response from him. He is only quietly attending my discourses, as if he is deaf and dumb. And I can say that he does not understand me, for he has a sharp intellect. I'm sure of this, but still he gives no appreciation, no response whatsoever. He raises no question, gives no indication whether he understands or not. Nothing of the kind. And what I'm doing, he could not keep to himself any longer. He put the question straight to the Lord. For more than 7 days I have been explaining the inner meaning of Vedanta to you. Many sannyasis come to me to learn about Vedanta. But you don't have any question about my talk, my explanation. You maintain a strange and wonderful silence. What is the reason? Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed himself. He said, Sarvabhauma, what you explain is on the basis of Shankara's philosophy. But I heard that it was by the order of the Lord that Shankaracharya concealed the real purpose of Vedanta. Its author, Vyasadeva, is a completely theistic person. And he has prepared this Vedanta. But what you say is all based on atheistic scholarship. Sarvabhauma was a very intelligent man. He realized in a very gentle way, he wants to tell me that what I'm explaining is all bogus. I'm laboring diligently to explain Vedanta to my utmost capacity for the last 7 days. Now he shows his true colors and says that what I'm explaining is all false. What is he saying? Still in the gentlemanly way, Sarvabhauma, with some hesitation, asked Srimad Mahaprabhu, you say that what I have been explaining for the last 7 days is all unsubstantial and unreal, then can you give me the proper meaning? If this is all improper and false, then what is the real meaning of Vedanta? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu humbly replied, if you order me to explain Vedanta, I will try. The sutras or codes of Vedanta are luscious in themselves. They are self-evident. The proper reading of the sutras leads towards Parabrahman, Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began with this instruction. He said that Srimad Bhagavatam is the real explanation and commentary on Vedanta. It is mentioned in the Garuda Purana. Atoyam Brahma Suttanam Paradhartha Yuninavaya Gayati Basya Ruposo Vidhata Pariprimitha. Srimad Bhagavatam represents the real purport of Vedanta Sutra. And although it is very difficult to throw out the real purpose of the 100,000 verse epic Mahabharata, the great history of the world, Srimad Bhagavatam has come to give its real meaning. The mother of all Vedic knowledge is the Gayatri Mantra. Srimad Bhagavatam gives the gift of Gayatri in a very full-fledged way. And the supplementary truths of the Vedas are also found within Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, Vedanta must be explained in the line of truth, which has been expressed in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Only then can the real meaning be understood. When Srimad Mahaprabhu mentioned Srimad Bhagavatam, Sarvabhauma, being a learned Pandit, could not deny its validity. He said, yes, I also like Srimad Bhagavatam. And I especially like this one very beautiful verse. At that time, Sarvabhauma, to gain lost prestige, he He began to explain the Atmarama verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atmaramasya munayoni rantapi rukarami kurvandyaitu kim bhaktim iti putta gunohari. Even the liberated souls fully satisfied in the self are irresistible, attracted by the super-excellent qualities of Krishna and surrender to him with unalloyed devotion. Sarvabhauma explained this verse in 9 different ways. Vaisicitama Mahaprabhu was before sat silently hearing. After he had finished his explanation, Sarvabhauma thought he had regained his position to a certain extent. Still, as a courtesy, he asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "Are you satisfied with this explanation? If you can give any more light." This verse, I will listen to that. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "If you order me, I may try." And he gave 18 different types of explanations of that verse, leaving aside the 9 already given by Sarvabhauma. At that time, while listening to the explanation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma gradually saw that he was losing his position. His pride was finished. Astounded, he thought, this young boy is not an ordinary person. No ordinary intellect can refute my arguments. Leaving aside all of my attempts to explain this verse, he gave 18 wonderful explanations of this particular verse. What is this? Such consistent, irresistible, devotional, beautiful explanations are coming, superseding all those that with great energy and effort I explained. No human being can surpass my explanations. No human intellect can cause mine. This is a different sort of explanation. It is all-encompassing. But it is coming from this young boy. What is this? Gradually he lost his faith in himself and became baffled. He recalled how Govinda had said that Sri Chaitanya was not a human being and thought, it is not possible for a human to explain things in this way. It is something supernatural. Then Sri Chaitanya revealed to Sarvabhauma his spiritual position as Narayan and Krishna combined. In a trance, Sarvabhauma saw all these things and he fell at the Lord's feet. He almost completely lost consciousness. When he arose from his trance, he found that boy still sitting there like a student with great humility. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, "May I go for today?" Sarvabhauma said, "Yes, you may go now." The Lord went away and Sarvabhauma remained there. After some time he recovered and began to think, what have I seen? 400 Narayan, then Krishna playing the flute. I was not defeated by a man. That is my solace. Sarvabhauma became a changed man and composed 2 verses. Vairyaga Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Shakshartam Eka Purusha Purana. Sri Krishna Chaitanya I surrender under the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is an ocean of mercy. He is the original personality of Godhead, Krishna, and has descended to teach us the real meaning of knowledge, renunciation, and devotion to Him. Karanastam Bhakti Yogam Nijam Yaha Vadushka Tum Krishna Chaitanya Nama Avibudhastasya Badaravinde Vadam Gatam Liyadim Chitta Pringa. Let the honeybee of my mind dive deep into the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna Himself. He has appeared to review the path of unalloyed devotion, which had almost become lost due to the influence of time. So these two verses were composed by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, expressing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord Himself. The next day, early in the morning, Srimad Mahaprabhu, with some prasadam from the Jagannath temple, ran to Sarvabhauma, and he was still in bed. He cried in a loud voice, "Sarvabhauma, how wonderful is this prasadam! It has a very extraordinary taste. Please take it. I have come for you with this prasadam." Sarvabhauma rose from bed as Mahaprabhu offered him the prasad. He could not but accept it without cleansing his mouth. Ordinarily, a Brahmana Pandit early in the morning will first cleanse his mouth, bathe, offer different prayers, and only then take prasad. But when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally came and offered it to him with his own hand, what could Sarvabhauma do? He had to accept that prasad. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "We have previously experienced the taste of so many things like ghee, rice, sweets, and spices. We all know what flavors they have, but this is wonderful. This has touched the lips of Krishna Himself." Can you follow this? It is extraordinarily wonderful and tasteful. Then Sarvabhauma eagerly ate that prasadam and began uttering some mantras. Suskam vayusitam vapi, nitam va adureteshataha, praptimatrena bhaktavyam, nadakala vicharana. Once you take the Mahaprasad of Sri Krishna, as soon as one receives it, without consideration of time or place, even though it may be dried up, stale, or brought from a distant country. Na desha niyamastata, na kala niyamastata, praptam manam dhrutam shishtai, bhaktavyam hariya pravit. The prasad of Sri Krishna is to be taken by gentlemen as soon as it is received, without hesitation. There are no regulative principles concerning time and place. This is the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he took prasad in the Lord and served and embraced one another, and began to dance in ecstasy. As they danced, the symptoms of ecstasy appeared in both of them. They perspired, trembled, and shed tears, absorbed in ecstatic love. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Today I have conquered the whole world." for I have converted a scholar like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now he has so much faith in Mahaprasad that without performing any Vedic rituals, he took the prasad. My mission is successful. From that day on, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya knew nothing but the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He could only explain the scriptures with the conclusion of devotion. Seeing that Sarvabhauma had become a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gopinathacharya began to clap his hands and dance. He said, "Well, Sarvabhauma, what do you think now?" Sarvabhauma replied, "Gopinath, you are my real friend. For it is by your grace that I received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." It's a beautiful story. No? Is there any question on this? It will take a little longer today, I think. You have a question?
I have a deep question.
Oh, sorry. You are where you are now. Land of dreams. Radhe, Radhe. I think we have a few minutes more. If there's no question or comments. Although it is, you have some.
What is the importance to ask questions submissively to spiritual master?
It's, what is the purpose of it?
Yeah, what is the...
Yes, if anything is not clear to us, any doubts, then we have to ask in a humble state of mind. Because we can only accept things in the mood of humility when we are humble. If you're in a challenging way asking, you will not be able to understand. It will not enter you because you have your opinion and you want to just that he confirms your opinion. And this is not. So if I am sincere and something is not clear to me, or like Sarvabhauma, when he heard the explanation of 18 explanation of the sloka, he was stunned, and he was so surprised, and he came to the conclusion, yes, this is not ordinary man can, no matter on a materialistic plane, is not ordinary person who can explain this Atmarama words. in so many different ways and not touching his own explanation, what he had. So when he heard like this, then he understood. He is not an ordinary man. He is supreme. And he surrendered. And next morning, with this realization, when Mahaprabhu he brought him Mahaprasad. You must taste. You have never tasted real Mahaprasad. It is not the external taste, like spicy or sweet or whatever. He makes him taste the love. Krishna has accepted it. It is Mahaprasad. We cannot compare it with anything, with any preparation. So this is a secret in spiritual life, that we cannot charge it on the external plane. If prasadam tastes nice, some may think it is nicely cooked and nicely spicy. But the real thing is it offered in a loving way? Is it prepared in a loving way? I do it for him. Otherwise, he is not accepting it. It has not the quality like he is personally taking. And he is personally eating, or it is offered with love and devotion. Then this becomes real prasad. And it is not the external taste. It's because we are following this line. What means this? We are not making preparations what we are used to eat in the West here, by example. We try to do the Vedic culture, the Vedic preparations. Because Krishna did not eat porridge, I think. I never heard. He liked milk. He liked so many things. Bakura, Ladu, Luglu, all these things. There is not stated anything about cake. Of course, it can also be made. But this is made because if it's cooked for my taste, then you cannot expect that there is a devotion or love. It is done, it's not as a service, it is done. And this is a very important thing. That's because the order of Gurudev should always be followed. We may not understand why. Because this makes us humble, and the mood of service will manifest. And the Lord will like whatever we may offer to Him, if it's done with love and with devotion. Even if you offer the bill of the banana, like the wife of Vidur, he accepted this also. But if she would be just spaced out and offered like this, out of without devotion, he would not have taken it. So with love and devotion, we should do all these things. He will accept, and then it will be transcendental taste. He will get the real taste. And it's in everything, whatever we do is like this. Transcendentalists, they are not living, there's no material things, no external. Even if you make porridge, or whatever, I don't know. Every day, like Rupa Goswami story, he had nothing, he begged for some flour to make chapati. But he had not, he had no salt. So, what he did with such devotion, with such love to offer to Krishna. And Krishna accepted it. And he appeared before him and said, can you not put a little salt in the chapati? Today you ask for salt. Tomorrow we'll ask for sweet rice. I don't have. This is a loving relation between the Lord. The Lord is not interested chapati with or in this way, but the love must be there, the devotion. Padram pushpam balam doyam yome bhakti prayachati. This is the shloka. If you just offer me a leaf, flower, water, if you offer it with devotion to me, I will accept it. But of course, there are different levels. We should keep the tradition. Yes, sadhakas, we are sadhakas, so we should make the preparations as they were Vedic kitchen, Vedic preparations. This is important. But with higher level, when you're cooking with love and devotion, this is even higher. Yes?
Am I understand it right that when you explain this now with this kitchen, with this Vedic preparation and so on, that if let's say someone is on the, I would say, basic level of devotion, if we can say it like this, so he should, for him is better to follow these Vedic principles,
Yeah.
Vedic cooking, and then if you...
It is not this alone, but this is important. We follow the tradition early morning. We should get up. In the beginning, it's like this. we take bath, we make the toilet first, then brushing the teeth, then taking bath, then putting on tilak, mantras. This is a purpose behind it. So there's it is a kind of training. So if Guru or Krishna may know where we are, on what level we are. Like Guru Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, he did not follow this strictly. He took part in the later time, not early morning. He chanted. Adi Goswami, so those who are transcendental, because they stay always with Krishna. They always, but we have to follow in the beginning. It is not that we are, even what we are cooking is not the most important thing. But it is important for those for whom we are cooking that the tradition should be followed for the future generation. Otherwise, then we cook one day. I know from other, in 30, 40 years ago, I saw something and was shocked. They started drinking beer, alcohol-free, and all kind of these habits was, if you start like this, then you will see Red Bull standing everywhere and beer. You know what I mean? This is not belonging to the Vedic culture. It is a purpose why they. And the other second point is that we have to follow the tradition or the parampara. And we have to follow the order of the authority or the real sadhu. But even if we say to someone, it would be nice to cook like this, they not do. So why not? Then we can think that he's cooking for himself. It's his taste. I may like it or may not like it, for example, to cook with Vedic tradition, or Vedic preparations. But Krishna likes it. I may not like milk, but Krishna likes it. So this is the real purpose, or this is the real understanding we should get. Otherwise we get used of ordinary food and then we are thinking not we're going to vegetarian restaurant, but they are using it does not mean that it has any benefit. It's not prasadam. And it is not offered to the Lord. And most of the things is with egg and different things what we are not accepting. Like, what is it? Garlic, onion, so many things. Red lentils is not accepted by the devotees in temple. Yes, carrot also not. ashrams should also not be used, this tamasic. And we have to catch the essence. The essence is to please Krishna. If he's accepting it, then everything, even the peel of a banana, he is offered with love and devotion. Krishna will accept it. And she threw away the banana and give him the peel. Then this bill is more. The devotee will choose the bill, not the banana. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Srila Param Gurudev Srila Siddhadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Shri Gurudev Nitya Vishwa Mishra Bharata Mahamsa Vicharya Sadhaka Shishima Kivai Bhavakari Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Guru Pramananda Mansakalpata Vidyastha Kripa Sindhu Vyavacha Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah. And free? Oh yeah. I feel